Welcome to Disrespectful Readings, where we get our refreshing and disrespectful take on old classics. And critically acclaimed stories throughout the generations.
We're going to be reading this book, The Lottery by Shirley Jackson from 1948. The original paraphernalia for the lottery had been lost long ago, and the black box now resting on the stool had been put into use even before Old Man Warner, the oldest man in town, was born. Mr. Summers spoke frequently to the villagers about making a new box, but no one liked to upset even as much tradition as was represented by the black box. There was a story that the present box had been made with some pieces of the box that had preceded it, the one that had been constructed when the first people settled down to make a village here. Every year after the lottery, Mr. Summers began talking again about a new box, but every year the subject was allowed to fade off without anything's being done. Mr. Summers called his own name, stepped forward, precisely the slip in the box. Then he called, "Warner! 77th year I've been in the lottery." Old Man Warner said as he went through the crowd, 77th time. "Watson."
The tall boy came awkwardly through the crowd. Someone said,
"Don't be nervous, Jack."
And Mr. Summers said, "Take your time, son."
"Zanini."
Oh, yeah, that technically. After that, there was a loud clap, a breathless laugh, until Mr. Summers, holding the slip of paper in the air, said, "All right, fellows." For a minute, no one moved, and now slips of paper were opened. Suddenly, all the women began to say at once, saving, "Who is it?
Who's got it?
Is it the Dunbars?
Is it the Watsons?"
Then the boys began to say,
"It's Hutchinson. It's Bill. Bill Hutchinson's got it." There was a pause, and then Mr. Summers looked at Bill Hutchinson, and Bill unfolded his paper and showed it. It was blank.
"It's Tessie,"
Mr. Summers said, and his voice was hushed.
"Show us her paper, Bill."
Bill Hutchinson went over to his wife and forced a slip of paper out of her hand.
"It isn't right. It isn't right."
"It isn't fair."
Oh, he's sorry. It isn't fair. It isn't right.
Miss Hutchinson screamed. And they were on. So they made it dark by making it like a 12-year-old beat stoned to death. All right, we're back from reading that terrible story.
I mean, at least we had fun reading it.
No grammar checker in 1945.
No spelling. There was letters missing. Like, damn, girl.
There was at some point.
And then you couldn't get a pattern for how she worded stuff, so you would like guess what the word would be, and then it wouldn't be that word. It's annoying.
I mean, what did you think of this story?
Stupid as shit.
Why?
Okay, there have been scapegoats in the past where you would like sacrifice someone for a good harvest and shit like that. And here's the thing. It was rarely random like this. Like, if you wanted a scapegoat, you would pick people that no one really cared. And if you thought it was an actual, like, deity that you wanted to, like you would pick, like, the best of the people there. Like, the strongest or the prettiest or the one everybody loved. So it's always, like, either the one person that you thought, like, everybody hated, no one missed, or the person everybody loved the most. Or at least thought to love the most. This whole randomness is, like, y'all not even doing sacrifice correctly. And who are you sacrificing to? Mm-hmm. There's no, like, it seems just based on tradition and not, like, any belief system. Which makes it dumber than ever, especially since they mentioned, like, other villages have stopped. So I'm like, what part of your culture demands a sacrifice, and yet you're not allowed to know anything about this, what the sacrifice entails? Or who's it to? But the stoning does seem, like, biblical, because there's a lot of stuff in stoning in, like, the Bible.
I think that's the reason it got published. That it doesn't, like, critique anybody specifically, and it was released in the 1945 in New Yorker. And I think it was just, like, Shirley, she was just trying to, like, make a point about, like, oh, traditions can be bad, and, like, let's change, y'all. Let's change like other people have been changing for years. And that was, like, radical for a time.
Was it? Or
we pretend it's radical for that time.
Because people have been saying tradition's kind of stupid since tradition was a thing. I think this is the only time when people, like, that. So maybe someone that was more respected publicized. Because I know that New York was a lot more respected than other magazines. And probably had more, like,
people that people deemed important listening to it.
And the fact that this was a dystopian story, like, was kind of boring.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, ritualistic sacrifice? Boring.
Like, the whole thing was like, oh, it's unsettling because, you know, oh, they're treating it like it's a regular Tuesday. It's crazy.
And the thing is, they're not treating it like it's a regular Tuesday. They're clearly like use a special box and at a special place.
It's like church.
Except more boring.
I mean, someone dies at the end.
I said not. I didn't say words. I said more boring.
And instead of 2 hours long, it's like 5 minutes. So
no, because you think it's 5 minutes, but it's 300 people each coming up and getting called one by one by one. It's probably a lag state.
Did they time skip out of nowhere?
It was 300 people that have to come up and like take a paper or whatever the fuck. Or was it had the family only? But even then,
I think it was like families first, and then they pick the family, and then they pick someone that dies.
Oh yeah, it's probably quick.
So yeah, more interesting than church, even without the sacrifice.
I mean, there's sacrifice every time in church. They ask you for your money.
Sacrifice your time.
They ask you for your time. They ask you for your deeds. They ask you to confess. It's a lot of stuff. But anyway, what I really want to point out, though, is like, do you notice that the lady picked up the biggest stone that was bigger than her head? She clearly wants a little kid to die fast and not suffer, and yet her husband picked small stones. That seems fucked up. So it means that some people actually enjoy the ritual.
Oh, and that's why they haven't stopped.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the real reason. I feel like these people are kind of cray. And Bill Hutchinson's son, the boy that wanted to fight everybody, he had a point.
I don't believe you can remember any of this.
And then she tries really hard to make it seem like it's a beautiful day with like people that are involved in the community and they know each other and like each other and they're friends. So it's almost like the horror of your friends and family doing this to you. And I'm like, where have you been? People do terrible stuff to the people they say they love or they actually love all the time because they think it's for like the greater good or whatever.
I think Warner is the person they're sacrificing for.
You think he's a monster?
Yeah.
I think he is because he's the only one really insistent on this happening. And he's the only old person there. That's weird.
And he survived 77 times. Maybe he's a demon and he just changes.
And that will explain why they don't want to stop because clearly the young people don't like this because it's stupid and they lose their parents.
And they never replace the box.
And they're very insistent.
Tradition.
And they're very insistent that the old box is made from pieces of the old box.
Maybe Old Man Warner,
it's like he's tied
his
to
domain is in the box.
He's tied to the old one. Maybe he's the one that decides it. I mean, maybe he was punishing the teenage son that protested by killing his little sister.
It was from that family.
Right? The one that protested it.
And Old Man Warner is cranky as hell. And he says, no, this is tradition.
And clearly the father wanted to die instead of his daughter. And clearly everybody in this village was saying it was rigged. That family got chosen. The one that spoke out against it.
Because that's too coincidental.
Right.
I think Old Man Warner is a demon.
I think he's or an eldritch being or like whatever monster.
And he's the one tied to the box.
And he's also tied to the village. Because you tell me that this village that doesn't seem to have a lot of people, none of them have like problems.
Wait, is this the only box?
Yeah.
In existence?
And every time Mr. Summers...
do other villages have boxes?
And every time Mr. Summers tries to make a new box, you think he like suspects shit and is trying to like get rid of it slowly?
Mr. Summers tries to make a new box?
Yeah, every year he tries to make a new box.
And I feel like
And every year, how come he needs all these people to decide to make a new box? Why couldn't he just grab a random box? And also, the show said that like all the other traditions associated with it, they've kind of let it go, but they never let the box go.
Yeah, the box.
You think Mr. Summers suspects something about the box?
He's trying to like slowly have the box go out of there in order for him to like be able to safely protest against it.
No, not to safely, but to reduce Mr. Warren's power so they can eventually stop. You think that's what happened in other villages? Other people notice and like slowly started to get rid of the boxes?
I think there's Old Man Warners in other villages.
Right.
And they successfully got rid of the box.
Trap these people. Maybe the demons control the harvest, or at least I don't feel like they don't control the harvest, but they just destroy it if they don't do the right things.
I think so. I think they destroy it. I think they like do something to the soil. Do you think we just made a better book out of a trash one?
No, I think we did. But I feel like it plays everything so much better. Everything makes sense now. And that explains why they know of each other, but they don't know of like any big city. They just know of other villages.
Yeah.
Damn, we solved it.
Because they're probably like in one country full of old man Warners.
Yeah, and it doesn't even like mention they have cars or like trains or anything. So they're probably all trapped in like this.
Because the population has only been 300, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
it took forever to grow that leg.
And Warner's played 77 times.
That's a weird number to mention.
Like 77 at 300. There's less people at the start.
Yeah. And yet they're all not inbred and they all have different last names. I think they all got trapped over generations. Like the demons collected people and put them in these places. And then destroy the harvest.
Because did anyone mention moving here?
No. No, they didn't. But they all have like different names. They're even like a French name.
And they all spoke Texan accents for some reason. No, I'm just kidding. That was us. But they have a postmaster. What the hell does he do?
Maybe it's between villages. But they don't know. I don't fucking know, Rex. Let's just ignore the postmaster.
It's just one small detail.
Mail used to be like even like in olden times too. Like it could be ancient. Your postmaster was the dude you handed letters to, and you walked to a different village.
Maybe he's Old Man Warner's assistant.
Now they probably just need to transport shit.
Yeah, because first can't get too well.
Yeah, they probably just like they probably move. They can only move within each other's villages, so you probably just write letters to their families and shit. And this person in charge of walking with her. Let's not get too wild. Let's don't bring that up.
All that order does.
All right, what do other people think it is?
What should we look at? Reviews? Oh, what is the message?
Yeah.
The main theme is the power of tradition and ritual. The tradition of the lotteries continue every year, even though the original meaning behind the event has long been lost.
So it's not demons.
Nah, girl, it's Old Man Warner.
Yeah.
No, because why mention
it? You think they would like at least test it 1 year?
Yeah, why mention it though?
And also, why mention that he's like the only one that's old? Everybody else seems to be young. Or have young children.
Warner.
None of them really have old children.
Theories. He symbolizes tradition and blind faith. There's always been a lottery. No, we're the only smart people in the entire world.
Okay, let's do spark now. Or Schmoop.
The illogical rational fear reveals Old Man Warner Harper's strong belief in superstition. He is the superstition.
Okay, go back.
He's a demon.
Forget spark notes. They suck. Try.
The lottery is about capital T tradition.
Okay.
If the box is older even than Warner, or at least pieces of it must date back to the Hayes time when the lottery first began.
Okay, apparently it's just about tradition. Who cares? Go back. Go do this one.
Internet Public Library.
That's boring. Go
Yeah, these people are all idiots. Clearly, Old Man Warner
is a demon.
It's a box demon.
Because why else mention that the box made from all these of the old box? Who cares?
It's Shippothesius or something. Is that the reference? Are they saying
no? Because it's Shippothesius had everything replaced, like everything replaced.
But it was like in the middle of it. Because Shippothesius didn't start off. I mean, it didn't take like a day to make a new one.
But also, the Shippothesius is kind of dumb as hell. Because like
maybe this was Shippothesius 2/8 done.
Okay, let's do PhD essay.
You think these? Yeah, they're not gonna say a box demon.
Might as well, because why else would he have this stupid ass shit be a lottery?
But Old Man Warner's constantly at odds.
You have to pay. Screw them.
With the younger community members who started questioning the point of such a lottery, Jackson reveals through Old Man Warner's personality his deeply traditional resistance to change.
Yeah, just go down. Here's about that.
He's been raised to reluctant change in the boxing fair.
So it's just tradition and blind faith, I guess.
No. No. I don't believe it. 77 years. Everybody else in the town is young.
Also, he remembers 77 years. So that means he has to be older than 77.
Oh, yeah.
Because he remembers 77 times that his name got picked. Unless he's talking about when he got picked as a baby, but that seems kind of stupid.
I don't think he's been picked. I think he's just been at the lotteries for 77 times. And he's like trying to brag.
Yeah.
No, I think Old Man Lottery is like some...
Also, he doesn't have any family like Mr. Summers.
Yeah. And he never mentioned that his family died.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay.
Other people would argue that like his family died or whatever, but I feel like interesting is better, and that's the reason he has no family is because he had boxing.
Why does it sound so stupid, but at the same time,
because it makes
all the sense in the world.
It makes it a way better story, and the fact is, usually people are driven by desperation or to avoid certain stuff, and if it's to avoid certain stuff, they feel really bad about the sacrifice happening, and they like try to treat them better throughout the year, or like sacrifice strangers that are strong and perfect or whatever. And if it's a scapegoat situation, it's someone they hate. Why would they pick randomly? Why would anyone sign themselves to be chosen?
Because Old Man Warner, he like kills indiscriminately.
Because he don't care, because he's not human.
Yeah.
So he don't have favorites.
He just wants a spirit. No, except he does care when like he's mad at somebody for like.
But that made sense because like his power is going to be taken away. That made sense.
And like Old Man Warner seems to know Mr. Summers a lot. I don't think he's like, bitch, I know you're trying to place my black box. That's my essence. That's me. Can't be doing that. It ain't tradition.
No, I feel like he doesn't suspect Mr. Summers.
I don't think he suspects Mr. Summers. I just think he's like, stop. Get some help. For me. To change your mind.
Nah, I think he only cared about like Bill Hutchinson's family or whatever. Because the kid could have gotten people to change.
And he's old. Tradition and blind faith, which means he's also cranky. So
I think Mr. Summers is subtle about it. And I think if he's done this a lot long, that means this demon probably doesn't even suspect him, trying to take away his power.
And he has that loud voice too. Mm-hmm. Anybody's gonna trust that.
And also, no one else wants to do it. You think it's maybe they suspect the box is evil?
Yeah.
Because no one else wants to do it.
Huh.
So you think?
Wait. Maybe so the Old Man Warner, he was after the box. What if like Old Man Warner is gonna become old, but then Mr. Summers is gonna become the new box demon?
That's so stupid.
So why the hell was he alive when the lottery started?
He wasn't alive when the lottery started.
Oh wait.
No, he's just witnessed 77 lotteries.
Because like the lottery happened before him.
Yeah.
According to the essay.
Yeah, but he could have like taken someone else's identity. He a demon.
Maybe the old dude.
Or do you think it does transfer? But I feel like it's kind of dumb.
No, because what if...
And if it transfers to Mr. Summers, he wouldn't want to get the box changed.
Maybe it's... Okay.
I think you're going too far with this theory. Like, you're trying to add too much into it.
I'm becoming Stephen Moffat.
Like, it's already dumb. You don't need to, like... See, you want to where, like, it's dumb and makes sense. But now you're, like, dumb and don't make sense.
It's a Stephen Moffat of stories.
It is, because, like, he starts, like, grandiose, and then he can't end it. Like, he keeps adding a bunch of shit.
Okay. Okay, we're on Wikipedia to make sense. Details of contemporary...
Skateboarding, mentality, by tradition, all the shit we said. But it was all boring. Oh, that's her words on it, I guess.
Apparently they received a torrent of love letters inquiring about the story. The most mail the magazine has ever received in response to work of fiction. Many readers demanded an explanation of the situation and story, and a month after initial publication, Jackson responded in Cyprus. God damn it.
Oh, critical interpretations, go down.
Explain just what I hope the story is very difficult, brutal accent. So there's no box team in? How dare she?
Like, there's an...
There's people that made essays. Oh, The Simpsons. I saw The Simpsons right now. The 1992 Simpson episode Dog at Death features a scene referencing the lottery during the peak of the lottery fever in Springfield. It was angry camp programming us television that people hoping to get tips on how to win jackpot bought every available copy of Shirley Jackson's book, The Lottery. Okay, so is it just a stupid joke? Television, graphic novel. I could have sworn Regular Show did that.
Yeah, I probably did, but people who write for Wikipedia for free probably
They don't watch Regular Show.
It's too good for them. They're like, I want something boring, actually.
They probably read Shakespeare.
Nah, they don't even have it online. We have to write it eventually. We're not gonna write shit.
Yeah, there you go. The whole similar to the lottery.
Only the Regular Show fans wrote it.
And Regular Show Wiki. See, I told you.
Okay, I want to watch it though.
So it's just the fog instead of the lottery.
That's.
So basically, did it better because it was a demon?
It is. It is better.
Okay, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. Old Man Warner is the one that did it.
And he's probably like, just make everybody forget every once in a while when they start wondering why he's still alive.
Oh yeah, maybe he just lies every year. He's like, oh yeah, it's my 50th time winning the lottery.
Yeah, because I feel like he should be dead by now.
Like 77,
right?
In a place that has no commerce,
and a place where like everybody on something.
And then apparently the harvest can go bad. How this old man gonna survive?
Like they would have let him start starvation first.
Yeah, if anything, they'd be like, let's get the lottery. Let's get Old Man Warner. He keeps bragging about it.
That's the same thing. The most suspicious part is there's no other old people.
Only Old Man Warner.
Right? And people could say it's because it's a short story and like
Old Man
she
Warner.
didn't introduce other people. But she went on and on about other families, so I don't believe that.
Oh yeah, I guess there's 200 people at this family.
Yeah, but like she went on and on about other families. I feel like if there are other old people who agreed with Old Man Warner, she would have mentioned them.
You're right.
I am right. Because why the hell did she have to like have people talking about it too?
There was no other older men.
Right.
Or women.
Right.
That would have been like, yeah, well, I agree with Old Man Warner because, you know, I'm stupid. I believe tradition.
Also, I didn't like how that critical essay was like saying that she's shocked that the nice one picked up the larger stone. I'm like, that is a nice thing to do. For her to die quickly instead of painfully. What do you mean you're surprised that she was encouraging other people to pick up large stones?
Maybe, to be fair, maybe she's weak.
The critical essay writer?
Yeah, she's like, if I'm gonna hit somebody with a stone, it might go on their leg and crush their leg. That's mean. Like, she can't, like, throw it fast.
But LaCroix was weak, too. You probably don't need that much aim. Because, like, there's no restrictions on how far away you have to be from the girl to throw the stone. Am I wrong, though? She probably was just planning on dropping on her. Plus, it'll take a while for her to get there.
Oh my god, you're right. She walks up there and then she's like...
Yeah. No, she probably just drops it. I don't feel like she has the strength to, like...
But she has the strength to grab it.
Yeah, that's different.
Pick it up.
Yeah, because you're just, like, using your back to do it.
You think she'll get a ladder?
No, I think she'll just wait for the girl to fall on the ground. Because she's going to fall on the ground. You can't be, like, standing up getting stoned. At least not for long.
Wait, did they tie her or are they just throwing stones at her?
They're just throwing stones at her.
Why doesn't she run?
I don't fucking know. The story is stupid. That's what I'm saying.
Like I get people still throw stones at you, but like not even like the attempt to run and still get hit
or
by
have
stones.
to be tied up because like it's instinctual to like try to get away from the stones.
Yeah.
Or did they tie her up? Check it. That's what I'm saying. If they didn't tie her up, that leads more credence to her demon theory because it explains why she didn't run or she didn't try to run.
It's Tessie. Shows her paper bill. There are stones on the ground.
Oh, they go up. Maybe they tied them up before they picked it?
No, because they barely realized that was her.
But go up. No. I mean, maybe they tied up the family.
Wait, Tessie Hitchin was in the center of a cleared space by now, and she held her hands out desperately as the villagers moved in. No, she's not tied up. She held her hands up.
Like, even if you know they're gonna catch you, you probably want to run, so maybe someone else gets hit by a stone.
I get you'll get knocked out and then they continue to hit your stone, but not running.
That's what I'm saying. The demon theory. The demon theory works sense. That's why, like, the demon overpowers her instinct to run.
As she walked towards the center or something, she's in the center. Why is she automatically in the center? Was the family in the center?
I think so.
That's suspicious. Why were they already in the perfect spot for her not to run away?
Because that's where it happens. And this is where they draw the box.
Okay, never mind.
But I'm saying the fact that she didn't try to run at all. And her family didn't fight at all. Or argue.
Yeah, because everybody's a hypocrite.
Yeah, everybody's hypocrite.
Like when stuff is gonna happen to you, you're like, actually, you guys, maybe the lottery's bad idea.
Yeah, they wouldn't even try to beg or nothing.
Like only the girl was saying, "Oh, this is bad."
And that's only because she got picked.
And yeah,
like her siblings showed like a happy face that they didn't get picked.
And her family's like, oh,
only like the dad is like.
If only Tessie had a gun, but this was before.
Even if she had a gun, it wouldn't help.
She could take some people out. She could take Old Man Warner out.
She could probably take some people out right now by running, and someone else is gonna get hit because she's in the center. So she should run.
Why doesn't she run?
Someone else would get hit too. They might kill some of her killers. So it would work out slightly. Maybe like one or two of them would be dead and they deserve it. Am I wrong though? Like some kid could get hit in like the scramble.
And this would be justified killing, huh?
It would, because that kid was planning on throwing stone at her. So.
But maybe Shirley ain't about that life. Shirley Jackson.
Oh, that sense.
The writer. She's not about her life making sense. Are we? You know, I'll have to submit this. Did it version?
I don't know what I'm thinking about this. I think we're the only people laughing throughout the shit.
We're the only people that think all the Man Warner is a demon.
We can't be the only people that think he's a demon. We're
just like next level smart. We're next level genius.
No, we're probably the only people without any sense of shame. That like, you know what, your story is stupid. It's a classic. Everybody loves it. It's like but it was a demon the whole time. Obviously. Because the fact that we got like evidence backing it up contextually.
And Shirley, I'm not even sure Shirley's still alive to say.
She's not. Probably.
You know, let's look it up. So, just in case you can, but to mock us. But it's on her for not being specific. So, you know, her demon theory. She was born in 1976. Oh, she died in 1965.
Yeah, so we
all
good.
Right. Yep.
I'm kind of sad that she died so early though, but like we good.
Yeah, all right. So you heard it here first, folks. Shirley Jackson agrees with us. Oh man,
no, that's too far. That's too far. Don't put that. That's too far.
She'll probably summon Old Man Warner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's too far.
Trash, but
like I don't want to curse on us or something.
Shirley's watching. She's listening.
No, let's not say that. Again, you don't want to invoke spirits like that. It's bad. Stop saying shit like that. I've warned her before. You can say something like insulting the word, but don't say like she's watching us.
She probably agrees. She's probably like, I should have wrote that.
Don't stop saying. You're gonna get us. Don't. It's different when I insulted the other author that he should learn how to write better because I didn't know he was dead. And then he only said one remark, so it's fine. And it was mostly to like fix his book, not to come to us. You don't tell spirits to come to us or judge you.
Come to us?
Well, Shirley Jackson, you are. Who says she's watching or she agrees with us? You don't say that. Why are you laughing at me? But don't say that. That's bad luck. Your spirits are gonna visit you because you keep saying shit like that, or something. Some entity that has that name might take advantage of it to come to, like, have the agreement to come to you.
Fucking Old Man Warner. Okay, anyway, that was The Lottery by Shirley Jackson.
Yeah,
the best book I've ever read.
you're like, it's not even a book. It's a true story. It's not that good.
You scare me with that juju.
You're scaring me with that, dude. You kept saying stuff. I was like, shut up, man.
You really thought she was still gonna be alive when it was made in 1948?
Yeah?
You think she was?
She'd only be like 80. She could be alive. Oh, wait, she wrote it. Fine, I don't think about people dying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think about things.
We can't all be old man warriors that never die. You think people will agree with us that it's all?
No.
We made a compelling argument.
We do make a compelling argument, but I feel like they'd be ashamed to agree with us, considering all the other sources that say no, that's a stupid ass idea.
But all the other stories are for academic purposes.
How many are there left?
We're not academic. We're not purposes.
You don't have purpose besides enjoy life and live as long as possible without badass decisions.
So how do you rate this story?
The story as it written seems pretty obvious, like it's following tradition bad. Mm-hmm. And we're like, there's a better story that says following tradition bad. I'll look it up later for you. I kind of forgot the name. It's about a family that like listens to the old lady on what they should do, and they all end up shot. That's a better story I'll tell you about later. This one seems to be like the first person seems to like find their first philosophical thought in their head and is very impressed by it, and then shares it with people who have no philosophical thoughts in their head, and they're all shocked and in awe.
That is kind of sad.
What?
You know what? At least I'll praise her. She made it like palatable for people that, have no lives, so they can understand basic things.
She probably wrote something better after this, because also like you see how like the wordage used is all over the place. She'll use some like old ass words that are very verbose and long, and then she goes to like simple words that make for a good description. She's kind of going back and forth on like her writing style, and you can see that even in the story where it's too long for the message it's given, which is very simple, and yet not long enough because she could go explore further into this community and what it means. So all in all, I feel like she is a good writer, but the story lesson itself deserves a 3 out of 10.
You know what? I'll give it a 4.
Screw you. Her style.
But if it was our old man Warner theory and that's true,
let me finish. Her style deserves a 7 out of 10.
That's why I gave it a 4.
I'm rounding up because it was like 6.5, but the potential is there. So that's why she gets a 7. And then our story version of this is a 9 out of 10 because clearly it's a very intriguing thought.
I just realized we didn't introduce the name of this podcast.
Oh yeah, disrespectful readings.
Do we have to actually give it like a proper intro?
Yeah, we should give it a proper intro. It's our first disrespectful readings podcast. Should we make this a podcast instead of a video thing? Because I feel like it'd be funnier as a podcast. Because I feel like when it's like us, it's funny, but I feel like our visuals distract from what we're saying. And the sound quality is not as good.
I mean, it probably adds to it. Anyway, what were we saying? If Old Man Warren theory was true.
If she had wrote it our old Warren theory in her style, which is a good style, it would have been 9 out of 10.
To me, it would have been like an 8.
I like more horror than you do.
It's mostly just, it would be a 9 if it wasn't so much damn talking.
Yeah, in my mind, the edited version would not have included so much talking. Or people, clearly.
I think she just needed to agree with us.
Better editor. Whoever edited this should be fired.
You think she submitted it to the New Yorker?
And just published like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just like, oh, here's some girl. She wrote to us.
So girl, imagine she goes like,
her last name is cool. Her last name is Jackson. Like Michael Jackson? Oh, wait, Michael Jackson didn't exist.
You made me drop my cookie.
Maybe they just knew Michael Jackson was going to exist in the future, and they're like, that's a good last name. And then they gave her a spot on the New York.
Damn.
But anyway, yeah, Old Man Warner should have been demon.
Specifically a box theater.
tied to the box.
Yeah, we should just call him a boxy. He don't deserve no respect after what he did to this poor village.
It is true.
Anyway, we shouldn't.
Like, so petty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even the kid that ruined it.
No,
The
instead of sister, right? The little kid.
What'd she do? Old man Warner. What did she do?
She probably
Be a
would.
woman,
No,
probably.
no. She probably realized that she would grow up to be a more convincing version of her brother because she's also saying that this was unfair. She's probably more observant than her brother. It just didn't say that in the story.
But, I mean, she's also a woman, and they're kind of sexist.
Yeah, but when she would marry to different families, she could convince her husband and her children that it was stupid because she spends more time with them. And she would also be in charge of like taking care of her nieces and nephews every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
She'd have more support for the younger generation.
She was too OP for this role.
And then with her brother's support, it probably would have been changed.
And that was Shirley Jackson's The Lottery. This has been Disrespectful Ratings with your host,